Hello everyone, I'm once again on the front porch at the Lola Lounge, and if you were here, the twinkle lights would be on, a candle would be lit, a beverage of choice would be in your hand, and I would be sharing this Tough Girl Lola adventure. I finally have written it and I'm ready to put it out, and it's long, so if you don't have the capacity to listen to me for 6 or so minutes, I totally understand. You can read it on Facebook if you want to. You can ask me about it later if you want to. You can guess what it's about, totally up to you. You can just ignore it completely. That is the gift of being a human on the internet. You get to decide what you listen to and what you don't. So here we go, we're gonna jump right in. My friends, this is a tough one to share. This Tough Girl Lola adventure was more intentional, important, and meaningful to me than any of the others so far. How do I convey how much this adventure meant to every part of me? From the tomboy country girl who loved to wear dresses and kiss boys, to the young woman who abandoned her needs to meet a man's, to the woman now remembering who she is while facing the mirror of a maturing mind, body, and spirit in a culture that does not honor that maturation. Yet this was not just important to Tough Girl. This was every part of the Lola Clan's adventure. Every part of me that had been told as a young girl and then a young woman that I was too much or not enough. Every part of me who's had her body talked about in front of her face and behind her back in negative or judgmental ways throughout her life. Every part of me that has had the social and cultural impositions put upon her body's beauty, femininity, and sexuality. Every part of me that has been put down, diminished, or shamed by the ones who were supposed to love her. This one was big. And so I was having a challenging time figuring out how to share it, or even if I would. However, making me do tough, uncomfortable things that might create discomfort for myself and others, yet honors my adventurous wild heart and leaves me feeling confident afterwards, is Tough Girl Lola's modus operandi. So I accepted the mission and the call to share. On a cold and beautiful September evening, accompanied by a triad of women, a pathwalker who beautifully captures light, a singer who sees the light in others and creates space and place to remember our own, and a dreamer who through her wisdom of cards and stars reveals that we are connected to all the light. I said yes to a photographic journey, a Tough Girl Lola adventure that took 5 years to manifest. The timing was right. I did it for me. This was not about vanity or ego. This was about reclamation and rites of passage. This was about connecting with the wild and free girl I once was and acknowledging, loving, and celebrating the wise, wild woman I am today. This was about remembering the majesty, the miracle of my body as part of nature. Under the September harvest moon, I shed my clothes, and along with them the girl I once was, and the cultural impositions that have kept her invisibly handcuffed. As I sat on the rocks overlooking the water at sunset, then the stars and the full moon, no barrier between me and nature, I felt safe. I felt connected. I felt well held. I felt whole. I was not scared. I was not inhibited. I was not hiding or ashamed of any part of me. I did not feel like a body, more like what a deer or a bee or a flower might feel like without all our human thoughts. I was just nature in nature. And that felt like the most natural, sacred thing in the world. Like so many, I had often wished parts of my body away or different. I had spoken to her with words of disdain and at times even loathing. I had ignored her knowings and neglected her wise whispers, while also feeding her the best quality food and doing all the right and good things to keep her healthy and strong, or so I thought. Then 5 years ago, she physically took me down. And for 2 years, I was in constant pain and suffering physically and also emotionally. So angry at my body for betraying me. And yet I now know she was saving me, protecting me from a situation I had accidentally stumbled into at 22 years old. My body has always been there for me. I forgot, and now I remember that I do not have a body, I am of a body, she in me and I in her. And when I listen, she leads me gently into my purpose, into my flow, into my knowing. And if I am listening, she shows me where to go. Because my body is my compass, and to be in and of this body is a gift, a perfectly all-encompassing North Star. And now, wherever we go together, and we go far. So this was about forgiving myself for not knowing, for forgetting. And once I remembered, Tough Girl Lola said, I have a mission. This adventure was a love poem to my body, thanking her for getting me this far and honoring her beauty, her power, and her wisdom. What I'm starting to realize is that Tough Girl Lola is reclaiming what is rightfully all of ours, the permission to stand in our own authenticity, whether it aligns with everybody else's view of the world or not. Knowing that our belonging and our safety and our connection to all is sacrosanct. And whenever I forget, Tough Girl Lola will remind me by calling it back in with all her reclamation and rites of passage adventures. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I am sharing and have shared a very small sampling of the photos, those that are what our culture and society would call appropriate for public consumption. However, all the photos are nature in nature, sacredly intertwined and completely appropriate. Their intention and meaning shining through because my friend, the pathwalker, captured my light. My friend, the singer, reflected my light back to me, and my friend, the dreamer, held my light. When I first saw them, I actually broke down and cried. So beautiful. Of course, Tough Girl Lola would love to show them all. She hates being told no. Yet our culture, this society, definitely our hidden protected presence on social media does not have the capacity yet to hold my vulnerable, gentle, innocent, and trustful body, mind, and spirit respectfully. We humans struggle when somebody's way of being in the world is different from ours. We judge, we berate, we criticize, and therefore we separate ourselves from each other. I'm not sharing this adventure for that reason. In fact, the opposite. Right now, Tough Girl and I are on a path of rediscovery, reclamation, and remembering who we always were and were meant to be. And that is a lot and enough. And yet, if this sharing gives one person permission, just one, to go and do something they've always wanted to do, if it in any way inspires you to step into your own authenticity or question what you have been told or what you believe, if it inspires you to stop letting the cultural, familial, or gender impositions and or other people's opinions rule your life, if it allows you to say yes to something or no to something without worrying about what other people think, if it takes the words I should or I shouldn't out of your vocabulary, if it allows you to create the inner or outer freedom I embodied and felt on the full moon night and know your belonging, then there might just be a little Tough Girl Lola inside of you too. So I thank Tough Girl Lola for asking me to bear it all, and in so doing, reminding me that I am part of it all. I am ready for my next mission. Bring it on. So there you go. Another adventure of Tough Girl Lola. And now I'm going to say goodnight. Bye for now.